Warning. The Loud Spot podcast uses adult humor and adult language in its broadcast. It may be unsuitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Also, we are idiots. Please don't take anything we say offensive or to heart.
Oh, no! Oh, boy! Ah, here it comes! The motherfucking Loud Spot!
Two things I want to address before we even start this episode. One,
yeah, small penis. Yes,
one is have a small penis. That was the third one, but two other ones. Yeah. Okay. First one is Jordan is in Redefined. They have a concert tonight, so he is not joining this episode. So hopefully they're having a great time doing their concert. Second thing I want to address is we are not a news outlet, okay?
Never have been quoted to be. And so if you don't hold anything we say from here on out for tonight's show against us, or hold it against us and shoot us some hate mail, we don't care.
This topic we're going to discuss is a very sensitive topic in America right now. It really is. But we're going to go ahead and talk about it anyways.
Yeah,
we're going to do it.
We have to do it.
The shooting, the attempted assassination of the former president, Donald Trump. I mean, they got his ear. Got his ear. They did not get him, according to, I guess, what they're saying and what the news is saying. I don't know how true it is because the media is kind of full of shit all the time, right?
Right.
It was a quarter inch away. I mean, if it hit his ear,
yeah,
obviously it's very close to his face.
Well, yeah, if it hit his ear 1 more inch, maybe even 2, that would have done a significant amount of damage. But you know, the problem a lot of America has had, whether you're for or against Trump, and you know, whether you're left or right, you know, Christian, non-Christian, all those, you know, separations that we have in this wonderful, is that people have voiced their opinions on social media and have said some things, and some people have went along the ways. Look, there was a joke in my house, as far as probably everyone's house, like, dang, that was close, but that doesn't mean we don't want him to die. It was just that was out of our control, but dang, that was close for a 20-year-old that attempted.
What I don't like on social media is I didn't even know about the shooting until maybe an hour or so after it happened. But I was just scrolling through Facebook, and there was these people, a couple in particular, I don't remember who it was like, if you are a liberal, delete me now.
Right.
I'm like, dude, hold on. Just because you're a Democrat doesn't necessarily mean you wanted anyone to fucking die, dude.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
So I don't understand how, but that's what helps, because then someone who is a liberal is going to say, man, fuck you then too. And now they don't like this person. But when it comes down to it, shut the fuck up. You don't have to think all people who don't like Donald Trump are against you, and vice versa. Just because you are against Donald Trump doesn't mean that someone who is for him is going to hate you for your political views. There's so much more common ground people can live off, because when it comes down to it, no matter what political side of the divide you sit, I don't sit on one, I sit in the very fucking middle. Okay. Right. Whether you're on the right or you're on the left, just because you're right wing doesn't necessarily mean you have to agree with every single view the right wing tells you. And just because you're left doesn't necessarily mean you have to agree with every single fucking view the left wing tells you. Be a free thinker, think for yourself. But shit like this, social media causes the divide. You know who else this happened to, not on social media, was the band Saul. Their drummer is no longer the drummer, and he shared the text, Miles, because he shared the text messages on social media. So we're going to talk about it on the podcast. He shared it. Yeah. It's made public. We're going to talk about it. He's obviously
let's give a good example. Like first of all, Sebastian and I, we don't always see eye to eye on everything. He's more. I think you're more for Trump.
I'm just more cooler than you. That's all.
He's more for Trump.
I wouldn't say I'm more for Trump. I would say compared to Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I would look. It's I hate speaking politics, and I don't really follow
Right.
politics.
He
All I
doesn't.
can say
So
is
yeah, disclaim.
if you have to pick between a disclaimer, please. But if you
Yeah.
have to pick between the two, if a guy can't even fucking drive a car, if you would get your driver's license revoked, you probably shouldn't be able to lead a country.
Right.
At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to.
But let me ask you this: if Biden wins again, are you going to get your panties in a bunch?
No,
Exactly. That's exactly it.
I did the first time.
Right. So, guys, and I'm a registered Republican, but I'm not a Trump supporter.
A lot of
I'm
people
right
are.
I'm right in the middle, and I don't really like what Trump stands for in a lot of things, but I like a lot of stuff that he does stand for. But his personality gets in the way for me. But that doesn't mean
a lot of people that think that.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean my friends who are left wing, Democrats, I hate them. I don't. They're entitled to their beliefs, just like Christians. I don't hate Christians. If that's what you believe in, we're gonna offend everyone here.
What's funny is I changed my status to registered independent.
Right.
I did that. I used to be a registered Republican, changed to registered independent. What's funny is most of my friends that I actually get along with and agree with them are liberal, which
right.
It's just the way it is. But there's also a lot of conservative views that I do agree with. But I hate how I'm socially liberal is what I guess I would say. But social views, certain things as far as gay marriages or abortions or religious ideas should not play a part in politics, but they do. And in Oklahoma, I'm kind of a little bit upset that there is the whole, they just passed some law where all the Bibles are going to be placed in the schools. The Christian
we talked
Bible,
about that a couple episodes back. Yeah, we talked about the Satanic Bible. They're saying, then the Satanic Bible. No, because you made the comment about
that was in Florida. This is different. This is Oklahoma allowing the Christian Bibles in all the schools. This is a little bit different, and I disagree with that because for me, I'm not a very go to church religious type person. I would say I'm more a spiritual type person than I am religious, and so I don't. Christianity in itself was taken from other religions. That's a historical fact. A lot of it's like paganism. There's a lot of Christianity and paganism, or paganism can relate to a lot of Christianity, older views. Yeah. I just don't think they should force religion. I get good morals. I get all that stuff. But look at all the preachers. Look at all the preachers' daughters. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all whoring out over there. So I don't know. I don't think there's supposed to be a separation between church and state. Public schools are obviously state, right? State funded, taxes funded. So a separation from church and state. Church should not be allowed in schools. If you want church to be in schools,
private school.
Get a job that you can pay for your kid to go to a private school. If you can't, there are programs out there to help your child get enrolled in one of these private Christian schools.
Right. So let's go back to the assassination attempt. So one of the biggest things that I noticed about this is that, and there's a lot of conspiracies happening right now. There's a lot of talks on the conspiracy level of how did this happen? They call it the Pac-Man perimeter. Why did this little building be unsecured? And then, of course, the director of the FBI was like, well, we couldn't put it because of the pitch of the roof and all this kind of stuff like that.
All the bullshit. Because even people on the ground apparently were telling the cops, hey, there's a guy on the roof. There's a guy right there. What's up with that? It's weird, right? Like, who knows? I don't know.
It is weird. Do I believe that maybe they let this happen? I'm a little bit leaning towards that. I ain't gonna lie. I think they're like, let's see what happens. But the sad thing is two people lost their lives in this event. One person, and then the third person,
the shooter, one of them. So not so sad for him. I'm sorry. I don't. You're gonna do that. You know you're gonna die. You're gonna go. Did you want to be famous? Did you see what he looked like? What's his name?
Hold on.
Go ahead, yeah.
Hold on, but was he coaxed? Was he persuaded into it? That's the question I have.
That's who knows, because apparently he was a registered Republican.
Yeah, but
I
his
mean,
ideals were a lot different, and he, he was all he was very, by the looks of it, he was very right wing leaning.
why? Okay, by the looks, let's go back to the way he looks, and I want to mention this. And this is probably.
Hold on, let me disclaimer again for those of you who are listening or watching. Sebastian's comments does not represent myself or the loud spotted gentleman.
Hey, don't be a Jack Black, which we're gonna get into after this. Okay? Don't be a Jack Black. But the way his name was Thomas Crooks. Okay, the way he looked, just once they identified him and put it online, they showed a picture of him. Right. He looks like the typical person who would do something like this, like his demeanor,
Sebastian,
the way he looks.
How could you say such things? I mean, based off looks, you look like you creep on moms with kids. So how about that?
That's a little different. Maybe I do.
That's actually true.
That's actually true. So hey, you look like what it is what it is.
Yeah,
right?
You're right. He does fit a profile of a loner, someone who probably spends too much time on the internet, social media. And guys, here's one of the things that bothers me with this whole thing, whether you're left or you're right. Do not let social media, the algorithms, frustrate you. And Sebastian can contest to this because he's taken a break from social media several different times because he gets so worked up.
I need to again.
Yeah. Actually, probably needs to again. Do not let the social media algorithms trick you into thinking that this is bigger than it is or anything like that. It has an algorithm to show you. Good example. I looked at one goth girl steampunk kind of thing models, and now for the last 2 days, that's all I see is goth girl steampunk models.
Algorithms do that.
And then a pole dancing competition. Like stripper pole dancing competition. Those are now coming on my feed a lot. Now, if I had a jealous girlfriend, which I don't, I have a great girlfriend that is not jealous. She would probably be looking at me going, you're looking at that kind of stuff. And it's like, no, honey, I swear to God, I looked at one thing. I stopped on that long enough. It's the same thing with anything else you watch. If you stop on it long enough, it'll keep bringing up those kind of things, especially when it's Trump, when it's very bipolar, very extreme, that the algorithms will mess with your mind. So folks, do not let the social media get you in a frenzy. What thing I do worry about just a little bit is we don't need to go to civil war for this kind of stuff. No. We don't. We have checks and balances in place. Talk about it. Do not delete your friends because they believe opposite of what you believe. They're still your friend. They're still a human being at the end of the day, just because they believe in something different. So like Saul, for example, Miles may not believe in what Chris Voles and the rest of the band believes in, but is it something you should quit? No. Guys, talk. Conversate.
The thing is, you can talk, but if all you're talking about is politics, you're going to hate them even more. Find something else to stand on. That is, I have tons of friends on both the left and the right. And you know what? Because until you walk in somebody else's shoes, you don't know why they believe the things that they believe in. I didn't grow up in this particular environment. Maybe if I did, my views on this subject would change. So don't fault someone for their views, and shame on you. Shame on anyone who's going on social media and saying, delete me now off your friends list. Right. All you're doing is what you're doing. What does that fucking prove? Are you so fucking big and badass? Right. Oh yeah, well, you're fucking bullying me on social. Dude, shut the fuck up. I hate that.
Yeah. All right, calm down. Tell us how you really feel. So the biggest thing is that we want to again reiterate. Guys, your friends are entitled to have different beliefs than you. You don't need to get rid of them. If you want to talk politics, go for it. But if it's a taboo subject that's just going to anger you, just don't talk about it. That's it.
That's it.
Plain and simple. Just get past that. Like, we're not going to talk about that part. But we're also 90 kids. We know how to do that. We know how to take certain contexts and we're not talking about the abuse or alcoholism in our family. We're going to just skip to the happy parts. That's, whatever makes you happy, because again, like Sebastian said, this kind of stuff doesn't need to bring us into a civil war or deciding who's our friend and who's our not friend. Yes, we're all very tribal, but you know what, guys? You're getting played on both sides of the fence.
Dude, they don't even know who you are. That's one thing I hate about
they don't know who you are. Yeah, you're right.
Political stuff. You know, I'm drawing out of the race because I don't want to anyone come after me.
That's right.
Although no one cares about me.
No one cares about you. Let's talk about someone that actually got affected by this on a joke that he made. Kyle Gass in Jack Black, the band Tenacious
D. Yep.
So Kyle decided it was his birthday. Jack surprised him with the cake. He says, make a wish. He says something along the lines of, next time, don't miss Trump, and blows out the candles. Jack laughs. Everything's fine. But, oh, no, the backlash that happens online, because I don't think there was that many bad boos or necessarily.
No, there wasn't. It was more applause, kind of laughter. Yeah. Even and this is in Australia. You know what I'm saying?
This is in Australia.
It's not even in America.
Right. So the biggest thing the takeaway that I got from this is, I mean, look, like within 48 hours, less than 48 hours, Jack Black is like, I'm parting ways. I don't believe in this project anymore. Go ahead.
I don't think he's actually parting ways. So first of all, okay, let's go back to what KG Kyle Gass, I think is what his name is.
Right.
What he says is, next time, don't miss. Okay, the crowd laughs. That was a bad joke.
Bad joke.
At the wrong time when something like this just happened, but, and I'm not trying to make excuses for him because it was a bad joke, but for the response he's getting to get dropped from his management team, and for then Jack Black to end their tour, which I get why they ended the tour. That statement that went viral. I get that. And maybe there's no coming back from it, but people got to realize sometimes you say things in the moment. If I guarantee you, if that wasn't live on camera and it was just them talking and he said that, they would have edited that out to where you couldn't have heard him even say that. Bad joke, wrong timing. Sometimes people just say things and you don't think it through before you even say it. But to get so much backlash, I think it's a little too much, right?
Yeah, I think so. Was it a bad joke? Absolutely. Was it bad time? Absolutely. But should it be a cancellation of your whole career? And he's already apologized twice, but the posts have been taken down, by the way. So,
well, the apology, do you really even believe in the apologies? He's getting told to apologize. He's getting told to apologize to save Jack Black's career is what this is. That's what I think it is.
But I think this. Remember me and my PR stunts. I think the Tenacious D, because I hear a lot of people already in my rumor mill. Wait, they're still doing tours. They're still releasing music. They're still doing. I think the problem is the numbers are low. So I think this was a good opportunity to go, okay, let's go ahead and put this on hiatus, and then we'll do a reunion tour about 2 or 3 years later and make it big.
No, I think this is completely accidental. I think that he just kind of said it off the spur of the head. Maybe they could spin it. Maybe PR could try to spin it into something else. But the intention was not that. The intention was very accidental. It was no intention. He just said something. That's what I believe. I know you think everything's PR. I also think that some things are not PR. And some things you can't get out of. Kathy Griffin had Donald Trump's head on a comedy skit. Her career's Her career's fucking done, dude. Her career's fucking done. The Kyle Gass is not coming back from this. The way Donald Trump stood there after he got shot with his fist in the air, that picture, if this was in the 70s or 60s or 50s, would go down in history books, right? It just would.
It's still going to go down.
It will, but society's not the same as it used to be. But what the Kyle Gass said from Tenacious D, there's almost no coming back from that. The social media made such a big deal about it. And like I said, we're going to give our opinions. I'm not saying I don't think that he should have said that, but I also don't think they're still funny guys. They're still doing, but not anymore. Now it's just going to be Jack Black on his own. And what Kyle Gass did was save Jack Black by that apology. Should his management team dropped him? There's so much shit I could say that Sam would drop me for all the time.
hold on. I've tried to leave this podcast several times, but he ropes me in with all that blackmail that he has of us, spending the night together and all the pictures that he has. So I'm stuck.
Dude, has not Jack Black made enough money to where he could just stand up for his fucking friend and just say, you know what? He said it was a joke. It was rubbed the wrong way.
Yeah.
He doesn't mean that. He's not someone who's going to kill anybody. He really has a good heart in general. He's probably a grandfather, probably has kids, probably has nieces, nephews that he buys great birthday presents for. Why didn't Jack Black? That's such a cowardly thing to do, to just step away to save your own career. Dude, you have millions of fucking dollars. You're already old. Fucking retire. Stand up for your homie. Say he didn't mean to say it. The joke went wrong. Wasn't supposed to do that. Completely accidental. Let's move past this. If you guys can't, I already got fucking $100 million in the bank, so who cares?
Well, you don't know how much money he has in the bank, but
more than me.
But I agree with you. I agree with you. If it was you and I, and matter of fact, we've made some tasteless jokes on here several times, but we would say, yeah, was it a bad joke? Bad timing? Absolutely. But we're not going to apologize for it. We're not going to disown our friend because they made a bad joke. That simple.
You can't. And in reality, I don't think Jack Black actually disowned him. I think they've been best friends for a long time. They've been doing stuff before they even got famous together. Right. I think that on the phone, on the other end, they're talking to each other. Like, hey, man, I have my PR, my manager team told me I had to say this. I still love you, brother. And Kyle's like, I get it. That's fun. They're probably still grilling out together. They're just not going to film it anymore. They're not going to film it anymore.
All right. Well, we'll be back right after this break. Take a look at our new video from the band. Oh, hits.
ENMY.
ENMY.
Hourglass.
Yeah, they're new now on audio or on video. You won't see it, but on audio, you'll be able to hear it. We're doing a new thing, so we want you to go to our audio. So check it out. Here we go.
There's an empty space between you and I. You can never see the way I do. You can never get past your pride. I hate this place, I don't wanna be saved. Don't need your grace, we were never the same. You wanna point the finger, I could shoulder the blame again. We've lost our minds somewhere in the sands of time. No reason and no rhyme. Stuck in the sands of time. Stuck in the sands of time. Stuck in the sands of time. Can't you see there's nothing left, no end in sight? We're all just lost in our own way. We're all along for the ride. You love this place, but you'll never be saved. You make me sick, we were never the same. You wanna point the finger, I can shoulder the blame again. We've lost our minds somewhere in the sands of time.
talk about the national anthem sung by, what's her name? Ingrid Andress. I didn't ever even know who she was. I never heard of her name ever.
I'm in the same boat. I didn't know who she was until this, and I went back and took a look at her stuff, and I'm like, I'm just That's all I.
She sounds really, really good. I even listened to a couple of her songs just to compare to the national anthem that she sang. Was it a home run derby? I guess
the All-Star, home run derby.
Okay, horrible. She did a horrible job. Now let's play this and let's hear her excuse after we play this video.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Oh, that's so painful.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Oh my God, my ears!
That's all we got on that.
Oh,
they're saying at least he took the light off of Fergie. As bad as she did. But oh my God, listen. She's claiming that she was drunk and now going to rehab.
The night before, right? Or
I don't know. From what I
said,
read,
the night before. The night.
But is that going to make your voice that bad?
No, I don't think so. I mean, really don't.
She can't sing.
Well, this is my good firm. Sound recording engineers should have more prop what they can do in a studio. And you've seen those videos of the guys like, oh God, they're trying to make them real nice and they can make you sound good, but you sing live in front of people with no reverb, no ohms, maybe even not even a practice run through, and you suck as a singer, this is what's going to happen right here.
What was that whole free?
I don't know. It was really bad.
Dude, she sang as good as I sing, which is horrible.
Yeah.
I might as well sing the national anthem because it is fucking bad.
Right. It was very bad. The question is, what's going to happen after this? Is she going to have a career after this? Yeah, probably still. I mean, we're in a different time.
Following. She probably has a decent following.
She does.
She's a country artist, right?
She has over 1 million followers.
Yeah,
over 1 million followers. Yeah, more than we got. We got two. So,
it's me and Sam.
And then whoever's listening to this right now, it's you, and then Sebastian and I. But it really sucks. I mean, I feel for her. But you know what? Move past it. We're the next national anthem.
How embarrassing do you think she feels though? Like, because she had to watch it and it was like, fuck.
Yeah, she's probably embarrassed really bad because this isn't Roseanne Barr's that was done in comedy. This isn't Fergie's, which I thought was the worst of the worst.
That was an NBA game, wasn't it?
Yeah, NBA game.
Yeah.
Or was it the NFL? Oh, I don't know.
No, I think it was NBA.
Bad.
I think it was NBA. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, all I gotta say is they will really rethink the next time they add her to a national anthem. Anything.
You know what? At least it was live. We'll give her that. At least it wasn't a recording. By the way, I forgot to mention the Ghost Town Rebellion lead singer Shawn Peter is going to be joining us here in the next 15 minutes or so to talk about what they got going on. So we're looking forward to that. But yeah, I feel bad for her, and I think that you talk about PR and stuff like that. I think her management's trying to find a way to spin it so she still stays successful in her career. But I'm like, if you got to go with like you're just a drunk, like maybe just say like you have a cold, like what Joe Biden did during the Donald Trump debate. He has a cold. Say she had a cold. She had a cold, and that'd be a better excuse than just saying to everyone you're an alcoholic drunk who can't handle your shit.
Right. I think if it was us, and you were then singing the national anthem, or I was singing, we'd just say, "No, we sucked,
Yeah.
dude.
Well,
we
no,
we
if you
blew that out of the way."
if you
Sorry,
tell
guys.
everyone, well, if you're as my manager and Tiffany, if she was doing PR, well, he's just
Sebastian sucks.
an alcoholic, but that would fit my personality.
Well,
That's
it would
okay.
fit. Yeah, no, but I wouldn't do that. I would personally throw you under the bus and say, "No, he really sucked on that one, and we'll probably never ever book him again for a national anthem." So,
But she didn't have to go out there and just say she's an alcoholic going to rehab. And I mean,
Yeah, I
maybe
think it's
maybe
bullshit.
she is, maybe she is.
I think it's
But she
bullshit.
didn't look drunk to me.
She looked.
Did
She looked like shit. She looked like shit to me. Like she did not.
No, she looked like shit. Yes, I
Yeah.
just thought she wasn't wearing any makeup, and she looks very different than what I googled. I was like, is that even the same chick?
Yeah, her hair wasn't did, and makeup wasn't on, and maybe she was going for that. Maybe she was drunk during that time. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, let's take a look also too at another person leaving the scene, and it's not necessarily controversy, but Chanel West Coast is finally leaving Ridiculousness. I didn't know she was still Ridiculous was still on.
That's what Jordan said when we talked about this in the private chat.
Yeah.
He was like,
Neither
I didn't even know that was still a show. I was like, I didn't either.
I thought it was just
even
reruns.
watches MTV anymore?
I thought it was just
I don't.
reruns still.
I did too. I thought it was reruns. If it's still new, I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of the newer episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chanel West Coast is leaving. She's gonna be it's funny because they're going to put you in a spot where, as a creator, the producers of the show put you in a spot to where you have a certain image that they want for the show. Her image on the show is kind of ditzy, stupid, laughs a lot. That's kind of her role on Ridiculousness.
Right.
But she's going into being a producer, creating her own shows. That's why she's leaving the show. That they're giving her a contract to do her own shows, produce them, and be like the head honcho, which tells me she's not so stupid and so ditzy and just laughs. She actually is probably really very fucking smart, and otherwise she wouldn't get the contract to do these things. So that's why she's leaving Ridiculousness, is to do her own things, and kudos to her. I just didn't know it was still leaving the show.
Neither did I. So good job to you, Chanel West Coast. We wish you the best. We hope for the worst so we can talk about it.
I don't hope for the worst. I do.
Okay, so I'm the producer. I hope for the worst so we have something to talk about. So Sebastian spilling
I just spilled this White Claw on me because I was playing. I just totally missed my mouth on that one.
Yeah.
I do not wish her the worst. I do wish her the best. But I wish everyone the best. I always do.
All right, let's take a look at our last break. Second to last break. Attack, Blood on the Walls. Again, you'll hear it on the audio version, but you will not see it on the video version.
And by the way, on the audio version and video version, Sam's microphone's cutting out for some reason. I was going to point that out because you said audio. You couldn't hear you said audio. I don't know. Your microphone's being weird tonight.
I think it's my internet tonight. It's been weird all night. So
that's maybe why. Well, let's hear the new song anyways. Let's go.
Excuse the mess, I just had to give you all of me. I'll take your wrath, I won't take a half apology. You drop me in a hole like enemy, 6 feet when you leave what's left of me. Made a hole I thought I'd never be. Look what you've done. Blood on the walls, dip the brush in my face. Hate how I love what you've done with the place. Every night we play a game of chess, black and white, but now I'm seeing red. Blood on the walls, baby, don't make me beg for death. Beg for death. I can't escape, 'cause I need you like an enemy. Climb in my cage, you can end me like a tragedy. You drop me in a hole like enemy, 6 feet where you leave what's left of me. Made a hole a piece of me. Cut me up till there's nothing really left of me. Good thing there's such thing as double jeopardy. Cause every night you make the bedroom a murder scene.
All right, before the Ghost Town Rebellion does join us, we are going to talk about what is up with all these celebrities dying, man, like this month. So we have now some I don't know. I know you probably know all of them. So some I don't know, but we're gonna go over them, okay? Before our next music break, when we're joined by Shawn Peter from the Ghost Town Rebellion, Richard Simmons. I know him. I know him. Go ahead.
Do you know him?
Yeah, Richard Simmons, the exercise dude from like the 80s.
But the thing is you're saying some of these guys I don't know about. You should know.
The first two we're talking about, I know. The last three, I do not know.
Okay, all right.
So Richard Simmons passed away. Apparently, I guess a while back he had talked about having cancer, something like that. And I didn't read his exact cause of death. I didn't look more into it than I just saw he passed away. Mm-hmm. Really an American icon. I mean, he's been doing those workout videos for moms for, years.
Fat moms everywhere.
Everywhere.
With him.
Everywhere.
From Minnesota and Wisconsin.
Bob Newhart. I remember Bob Newhart from the Bob Newhart Show.
Yeah, he just died this week. The other ones have died the week before. They came literally within 48 hours. These 4 people died. So
you got Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart was this week.
Shannon Doherty. I do not know who that is.
90210.
Oh, that's right. Somebody told me about that, actually. That's right. I didn't really watch that show that much.
That's a lie. You were probably popcorn in hand.
The best one, 90210, I know, is that song that says 90210 kind of hoe or type of hoe. 90210 type of hoe. If Jordan was here, he'd probably know it. He'd probably know it. Okay.
Well, he would agree with you anyway, whether you feel like he knows it, so you'd feel comfortable.
He'd probably know the rest of the song is what he would know. All right. Dr. Ruth Westheimer. Don't know who that is.
Dr. Ruth. She was the sexual doctor that she would talk about. She had a very thick German accent, and she would talk about she was the first one in the 80s to talk about sex between couples. And
she was still alive? I thought she died 80s? A long time ago. Like I thought she died in the late 80s, early 90s.
No. Oh. But that's her. That's Dr. Ruth. Okay. She was open about sexuality.
Okay. And then the last person, Shelley Duvall. Name sounds familiar, but
okay. So you've seen her. She was in Popeye with what's his name? Funny man, Robin Williams. She was olive oil. She was olive oil, and then she was in The Shining. She was the wife of Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Oh, is that the red rum?
Yeah, that's what you remember out of all things. That's Sebastian Brain for you folks. He just remembers a little part red, but whatever makes it work for him.
I mean, I saw the show.
Yeah,
I saw the movie. I saw the movie.
Did you ever read the movie?
But I mean, that's more like a B celeb, like at this point. Not thinking with the fact that she passed away.
She was an A celebrity.
Trying to take
that she was an A celebrity in the 80s, early 90s, but I could see where you're saying a B celebrity. So
nowadays, and that's not taken away from her death at all. I know she had lots of family and friends that cared about her, and a lot of probably horror. I would assume horror related fans. You know, she had probably a cult following in that. I just didn't know. I'm not a big movie buff. Like you know, people can sit there and say movie quotes all the time.
Right.
I can't. People say I'm like I fake laugh because I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, dude.
Yep, and it's true. It's true. All right, well, let's take a look at our last song, "Outlier," featuring Chris Motionless and White Warriors.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Again.
Before we play this, I do want to say one thing about this song. About this song, don't give me mad face. It's about.
I'll give you
this
mad
song.
face because you're fucking with my timing.
But Joey Arena was on the podcast over a year ago, I think, maybe about a year ago or so.
And he talked about this.
But no, he talked about it more at the end of the show, but when we cut off the show. He talked about the song with Chris Motionless that they were doing, and it was already done at that point. A year later, it's finally got released. So, and Sam, I want to touch base on it. We don't have time for it, but bands record shit and release it 1 to 2 years after it's already finalized.
6 months minimum. So, yep, it happens all the time. All right, so let's take a look real quick at this new song from Outlier. The song's called Warriors, featuring Chris Motionless.
And then Sean's here. Let's go.
Inside myself, convulsing inside itself. A buried rage fights to escape, to taste the blood of everything it hates. Standing tall, show no fear. I want it all and my vision's clear. Give me life, forgive me death. There is no what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Warrior, rise from the grave. We will end like a tidal wave. These stars are the price we pay. Warrior, rise from the grave. Can you feel it inside yourself? The beast dwells behind a shell. A thirst for blood and no fear of the pain. Can you feel it course through your veins? Standing tall, I refuse to bow. Nothing will ever stop me now. Give me life, forgive me death. There is no rest, and I'll fight to your last breath. Warrior, rise from the grave. We will end like a tidal wave. These stars are the price we pay. Warrior, rise from the grave. Sick and tired with the suffering, we got nothing to lose, so we fight. When we're face to face, we're tyranny and hate. We will sacrifice the blood and the blood. When we're face to face with the enemy, we will change the sides of the power that die. Warriors, arise from the grave. We will end like a tidal wave. These stars are the price we pay. Warriors, rise from the grave. Rise from the grave. We are the masters of our legacy. Follow me to victory. Warriors, rise from the grave.
All right, we are here. Shawn Peter from the Ghost Town Rebellion. He is he's no longer a rookie on this podcast.
No, I
He
think
is
a 5-timer. I think a 5-timer
five
or
or
6-timer.
six-timer,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
He's getting gangbanged by us left and right. Gangbanged by
right.
us. Let's play a little tiny clip he has here, a little promotional clip that I did find on Facebook, and we'll talk about what the band's up to and what you're doing with it. Here we go.
Leave all your worries at the door. Tell me all your stories till we're laughing on the floor. Leave all your worries at the door. Let's help each other become something more.
That's all the clip that was on Facebook that I got. You know, a couple things about that video I want to mention.
Hold on, stop. This is the reason why I usually should see what Sebastian downloads first. That is not going to come over on audio at all. So those of you who are listening to our audio versions, it was a clip of Shawn and his band, Ghost Town Rebellion, walking through I'm assuming through
it's a Sacramento bridge.
Shut up, Sebastian. Shut up. You done fucked it up already. Walking through downtown, talking about their upcoming date that they have at the promenade at the Sacramento Fair. Is that correct?
State Fair.
State Fair. When is that?
The State Fair is not in Sacramento, though. It's in Fresno, isn't it?
No, it's the California State Fair.
In Sacramento?
Yeah.
Where
that's at
Aftershock
California.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, where the festival Aftershock is.
See,
Yes, but
the only fairs I know about in California are the Dixon May Fair, which I know you know about, Shawn.
yeah.
Okay? And then the State Fair, which to me I always thought was in Fresno, California,
No,
where they
it's
did the
always
State Fair.
the California State Fair has always been the Sacramento's always been the host city for it. So
There's two state fairs then.
well, it goes on the same time as the Orange County Fair, which is like the
But
shit.
that's down in Anaheim, though, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. But
What's in Fresno then? Nothing in Fresno?
that would be the I would see the what county is that? That is the Tulare County, I believe, State Fair.
Tulane County.
Tulane?
Tulane?
Tulane.
Yeah, Tulane.
Let me look it up. What fairs in Fresno, California? The Big Fresno Fair.
Mhm.
Founded in 1884, is the annual fair held at the Fresno. Well, see, learn
But
something
then
new.
again, Sebastian
My
thinks
whole life is a
everything-
lie. My whole life has been a lie. This whole entire time, I grew up in the Sacramento Valley / Bay Area. Never knew the state fair. I've never been to the fair in Sacramento.
You've
And
never
I
been to the
even
fair?
lived in Sacramento. I lived in
Okay.
Roseville too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but Sebastian, you lived in Vacaville and you lived on the west side. No one over there in Vacaville, San Jose, or anything ever claimed Sacramento ever.
Hey,
But
but
for
I
some-
lived in. I don't know. I did because I lived in Sacramento for a little bit also.
You were
I
kicked
did.
out and moved over with someone.
I went to some little
Over
college
there.
out there called MTI. I don't know what it stands for. I don't even know if it's still there.
It's probably not there.
Anyways, Shawn's from Sacramento. That what I was gonna say is that bridge that you're on, right on. It's probably not there anymore, but right to the left of that bridge, if you're coming into Sacramento, there's a Joe's Crab Shack.
It's still there.
Right, it's still okay. I used to
Still
eat
there.
at that Joe's Crab Shack all the time, and then I'd walk to Old Town and get me some taffy, the saltwater
exactly.
taffies. I love Sacramento, man.
We
love
got
Sacramento.
all that.
Yeah,
That's our beautiful Tower Bridge, completed in 1935 and voted in 1936 by the world's architects the world's most beautiful bridge in 1936.
He's a Sacramento historian. That's kind of his job, I think. Right?
Yeah.
I remember there was a whale. There was a whale in that river at one point. There was a whale.
Yeah, it was Humphrey.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What are you doing at the end of that video? It's like you're dancing. Like, was that meant to? Were you meant to do that, or are you just kind of like, this is cool? Let's slow motion it and put it in there.
It's
That-
Shawn being
yeah.
Shawn because the rest
Just me,
are all-
yeah, it's just me
Yeah.
being me. So it was kind of like we just wanted the song's about moving forward. So if you watch, that's Finding the Sunshine, released that last Christmas, and everything about it was moving forward. The brewery we were at, Roger, bass player, that's his brewery. The family, the two boys, that's Ryan, our drummer, and his wife. That's his family there in Lamb Park. And the opening scene is us cross street from my house in Curtis Park. And the three ladies in front, that's our guitar player, Arnold Sonder, her mom visiting from Italy, and her wife, Tiffany. They're in the video. I wanted to do something that was just more than like a performance video. And I wanted us to show, like, there's more to us. We're adults. We have families. We have lives. We have wives. We have, and so forth. And that's kind of what we do. The first video, kind of focused on Sarah and myself, and I wanted to like focus on the new members. And then our most current video is A Perfect Storm, and we released that at St. Patrick's weekend this current year.
So they wanted to do the movie Slow Walk, movie, like a slow walk, slow it down so it looks like the Avengers walking across the bridge kind of thing.
Exactly.
And those of you guys watching the video, you'll probably notice that Shawn's video cuts in and out because it's got the motion sensor on it. So if you get a little bit, if you start to throw up or have an epilepsy, we are not responsible.
Sorry, I'm trying to stand still. For some reason, my wife,
you guys are playing the state fair, and Bush is also playing the state fair. So I'm assuming you're the opening band.
No, we're not. We're co-headlining with them.
No shit, man.
Yeah. So
how did that all come about?
I have probably performed the state fair about 10 times in the last 15 years on the prominent stage that we always play on, and that's where the big food court is, where all the misters, this covered patio. It's the second largest stage at the state fair, and they're on the grotto stage where the Nationals play. So there's only one national night, and we just happen to be chosen to play at the same time as Bush. They play from 8 o'clock to 9:30, and we play from 9 to 11, so we get their after crowd.
Okay.
Oh, that actually kind of works out for you guys then, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
That works out great for you guys.
And as soon as we're done, the fireworks go off. Like literally as soon as our set ends, the fireworks go off.
So everyone's gonna stay there. Yeah. Now, what are they doing fireworks for? I guess they do fireworks every year at the
every
state
night.
Fair.
They do at the closing of the fair. They do fireworks every night.
Yeah,
that is so cool, man.
If you would go to the state fair in Sacramento, Sebastian, you would know this.
So let's. You're right, Sam. I would know it, except for I didn't know there was a fucking state fair in Sacramento, California. I always thought it was in Fresno, California.
Here's okay. You ever gone to Disneyland and done their electric light parade?
Yes.
No, but I've been to Disneyland. Oh, Sam. Okay, Sam has.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Sam, the electric light parade is based off the 1895 electric light fair that was hosted in the city of Sacramento during our state fair, because we were the first city in the United States to have municipal electricity made available by the original Folsom Powerhouse, which is still there. And it was completed in 1892, and the first electric transmission was sent to Sacramento in 1895.
Wow.
Fuck you, Sam. You didn't know that shit?
No. First of all, don't fuck me, fuck you, because you lived over there and still didn't know. I live in Vegas. I'm not going to Sacramento. I like my city, and we got fireworks every Friday night. So how about that?
That is, see, I didn't know that. You never cease to surprise me, Shawn, with all things you do. You are somewhat of a historian. I know you also do work with the city of Sacramento. Mm-hmm. Well, with the Ghost Town Rebellion, though, the band, since I've met you guys, has made several lineup changes. Does that affect you with your songwriting and your music, or are you kind of like, this is how we're going to do it? Like, are you the leader of the band, or is everyone still, because you the first time I had you on, I remember you said the band is very democratic. You have everyone kind of votes on everything. Is it still the same way with the lineup changes? Because it seems like you're the only main constant member of the band.
Yeah, it's still very democratic that way. I mean, I drive the boat, and people bring ideas in, and we work it together. Basically, I mean, this is the first 3 songs released. Yeah. Finding the Sunshine, Perfect Storm. That was me just rebuilding the band. And what we're working on now is the actual new band. Those were 3 songs I had, some of them which I had written with new current members. And so I just wanted to put something out that some of us are already familiar with. And what we're working on now is completely new. We have Sarah Volkoff, lead vocal. She's actually kind of been in the band since 2017.
Okay.
She sang lead and did a bunch of harmonies for us since our Silver and Gold album. Raj, our bass player, him and I were in a band like 20 years ago called Collie, which kind of merged into my previous band before the Ghost Town Rebellion called Single Second. The two new players are Alessandra. She found us on the internet when I had an ad out for, I specifically said female guitar player because I really wanted to change what I was doing. And if I'm going to keep doing this project, I really wanted to reinvent itself, and I need new people to do that. And then we found Ryan, also on the internet. He was from the Bay Area. He was in a pop punk band during the MySpace area called
Nice.
Dexter Danger. You might know none of them. They were actually quite huge. They did national MySpace tours. So, and this last year, we've actually been a band now a year. It took me about a year, like I would say a good, like 6 months to find the members. And then this is our first complete year, and we're really, really starting to gel.
I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys. Before we get out of here, because we got limited time, I do want to say this. Next time I'm in California, I know this last time I was there, I kind of want to meet up with you. My sister was getting married in Mount Shasta. I didn't have time to do that. But next time I'm there, I do want to get with you, maybe like a road show. But I definitely want us to take a video of me hitting a triangle just once and just pop it in your next music video. Just pop it in there somewhere.
I'll throw it in there.
Throw it in there. Forgot to go. Sam's shaking his head no.
Sean, don't collapse to his demands. Do not collapse to his demands.
Sean, stay right there. I do want everyone to go check out the Ghost Town Rebellion, a band I love. Sean's a super cool dude. Thanks for coming on. Stay right there. That's all the time we got, folks. Don't forget to subscribe. Spotify, YouTube, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Peace out, rock on, and much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic.
Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have his back again? Yes. Does everything that's good really have to end? Yes. Our pimp host has to pimp show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.